The Fourth Crusade, originally planned to conquer Jerusalem, never made it there. Instead, the Catholic invaders sacked Constantinople, splitting its land and destroying the long-reigning empire. So today we start as Alexios, going on a crusade of our own to take back our rightful land and kick the barbaric invaders out. So as you can see, thanks to more bookmarks plus, which if you are interested, link for that will be in the description, we are starting in 1204, just after the Catholics sacked Constantinople and kind of did this to the Byzantine Empire. As you can see, it's all split up. There's not really much going for it, and we're on a mission as Alexios to take back our family's land. Now, there's some unique decisions here, like restore the Byzantine Empire, which will give us a heroic legend seed, and reconstruct the Byzantine Empire that had collapsed. And for that, we gotta get quite a bit of land. There's also this one. Reclaim the Eastern Empire. Well, this will give us loads of claims, although we do already start with some if we look. It does also give us loads of gold and stuff, so I might not use this, to be honest. Maybe later on. But I think for now, let's just focus on what we got and where we gotta go. Now, we do start off with one alliance to Georgia, or like a small vassal in Georgia with 1,000 men. Yeah, through a marriage between that guy and the queen. So the queen of Georgia is actually our aunt. So can we? Yeah, we can actually make an alliance with her. So I think we should definitely do that. And right now, the Latin Empire does sit holding Constantinople. And they are a lot more powerful than me. They're going to be making... Well, they're actually not making more gold than me right now, which is a surprise. But they probably will eventually if they build up Constantinople even just a tiny bit. And we start off. Our capital is all the way over here. And you know what? It's a Silk Road trading post. So that's helping a little bit. We could build this up, to be honest, but I kind of just want Constantinople back. You know, why should I have to build up somewhere else? And of course, either way, later on, I believe in real life, Venice was quite involved in the sacking of Constantinople. And they do hold some land around here. I think we take Venice later on, you know, for the ultimate revenge. But of course, that does mean you gotta try and take the empire first. Now, they're still very powerful Greek Orthodox people around. Bulgaria is Bulgarian Orthodox. The Latin Empire is, of course, Roman Catholic and French. And Rum is Turkish. And they're probably quite powerful. They do have horse archers. Yep, so they're going to be a challenge to fight. Even when we outnumber them, horse archers, terrifying. First things first, I guess... I was going to say we take over this guy next to us. But it turns out he has 15,000 men, 12,000 special soldiers. I mean, if you want to be allies, I mean, I would take that because I'd rather not fight you. My brother's not married and we can't marry him off. So, that's great. Is he going to go for me? I believe in real life, this empire here did reconquer Constantinople, but that wasn't until like 1260 odd. So I don't know what they're doing with all these special soldiers. As long as they don't fight me, I am happy, but we have the time for tribute. As tributary of Queen Tamari, I must now send a share of my wealth in exchange for their continued protection. Oh. So we are Georgia's tribute. Oh. We can just send an envoy with lavish gifts. That costs us prestige instead of gold. We'll do that. So yeah, this mod does also come with tributaries. So that's great. I really want to be a tributary. Maybe later on we'll have to try and break free, maybe. And the Latin Empire is now up to 9,000 men. They get special soldiers as well. So it seems everybody gets special soldiers but me. So maybe that's why this decision exists. But I'm going to try and do it without this decision, I think. Although everybody seems to be getting special soldiers. So maybe that's a terrible idea. We'll see. There we go. Son and player rare. There we go. We'll go with Clement. Make sure they're educated because with the power of everybody else, we are not doing this in one life. I can assure you that. There is absolutely no chance of that. Like, at all. We got loads of special soldiers, though, like cataphracts. These are really good. These do more damage, but they don't have any screen. We have so many special troops. Trebuchets, probably worth getting some of those down. We do have some archer cavalry, actually. So you know what? I'm going to build 3 stacks of those. Make sure they're stationed because archer cavalry are always amazing to have. They're just kind of good at everything. Okay, we're in trouble. For some reason, this guy is my rival. Wait, I started feuding with our house. I literally haven't pressed any claims. Is it because I own the land? Is it because I have claims, or I own the land and now we're rivals? So now he might come for me with 16,000 men. What am I supposed to do? Could ally with Jerusalem, but they are Roman Catholics. So I think we'll pass on that. He's now up to 24,000 special soldiers, and these guys have 14,000. Okay, I didn't think it would be this difficult. Uh-oh. He just paid me 45 gold, and we just gained not feeling well for 7 years. A severe health penalty. I believe that means he's trying to kill me. And now we also have the rise of the Mongols. Word has reached me that a new leader has risen up among the barbarian tribes of the distant steppes. I doubt he'll get very far. The map, I'm so lost when it's extended. Like, it's here somewhere? No, the end of the map's here. So he's like, is this him? No, yeah. Okay, he's right there. He's already got a lot of land. Okay, fair enough. So we have plagues to deal with now. We also have the Mongols invading. And we have all these guys spawning massive armies out of thin air. So that is what we're dealing with today, trying to rebuild the Eastern Roman Empire. So that sounds like a lot of fun. And we've just been killed. Shredding this mortal coil. I had so much to live for. So, as well as all that stuff to deal with, we now have to deal with being a 1-year-old child. On top of all that. Cool. Like, he killed me for there was no reason for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what did I do wrong? I just existed at that point. We could have worked together to kick the Latin Empire out, but instead you chose to fight me. And now the Latin Empire is expanded into Bulgaria as well. Oh, he is now offering... Oh my god, this guy is insane. So I think we're pretty confident that this guy just murdered us. And we're now playing as our son, and he wants to now marry my mother, whose husband he just killed, to someone in his court. It would get us an alliance, but we're going to say no. Okay? No. No way. We now have a plague as well, and we now have... I'm a 1-year-old who's floating. You know what? If the plague kills us, it kills us at this point. I do have smallpox. Okay. We'll get the best physician we can. She's got good aptitude. We'll do that. Time for treatment. You're okay. So do no more than what is necessary. And we are a little brighter. But we are actually currently dying, I think. And the person educating me just died. And now Georgia wants a tribute. Right, okay, we escaped death. Right, if we survive and do this from this start, I will be shocked. Everything is going wrong. Oh, and these guys are going for their claim on the Duchy of Thrace. So they are attempting to reclaim Constantinople from the Latin Empire while the Latins are busy fighting Bulgaria. So we'll see how that goes. But I think we have to keep building up our army. For now, let's just keep building up these horse archers. They're quite cheap and they're pretty good. And we just picked up Bossy, so Martial or Stewardship. I'm going to go Martial focus. And we can get this guy to teach me. And he's got 20 Martial. So you know what? That might work out quite well. So hopefully we get a decent education. And actually, it looks like the Latin Empire may actually defend this. Hopefully these guys lose a lot of their special soldiers. And this woman keeps spamming out tributes from me. Like, I'm trying to just survive here, please. Like, just give me a break. Okay, and of course, on top of everything else, we now have a faction rising up. So let's see. They have 4,400 men. We could probably marry ourselves off for an alliance at this point. Hopefully we can find somebody close. Serbia wouldn't be bad. You know what? We're going to marry off with Serbia. Get that alliance. And we're definitely going to call them to try and help us. Although we might be able to win this on our own anyway. We do have a nice stack of horse archers now as well. But you know what? Our first one, we're defending. Of course we are. Let's just get in here. As long as we can defend our capital, we should be good. And we're sieging nice and fast. Of course, there's plagues just spamming out constantly right now. Probably not helped by the amount of war going on. And they did lose that war against the Latin Empire. So the Latin Empire still holds Constantinople for now. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for them to board. And then we're going to rush over to them. With our allies, we should have no problem defeating them. I think these horse archers will do quite well. Yeah, look at that. No chance of them winning that. And that is only up 5%. We need to find who the main war leader is. And it is... Wait, who is it? Oh, it's that guy up there. Maybe what we should do is get and raid his land, maybe. Although, if we leave our capital behind, they could siege that. But you know what? Let's just get up here, siege this quickly. Hopefully, we have enough time then to get back and defend our capital. If not, we might be in trouble. Okay, we might be in trouble. Another plague. So we are just losing all our legitimacy because we're having plague after plague. And there's not really much I can do about it. So they have ended up sieging our capital faster, I think, than we sieged theirs. But as long as they don't capture us, that is okay. And now somebody else is attacking me, doing a holy war for this county down here. This is absolute chaos. My uncle has smallpox. So we can become deceitful, honest, or humble. You know what? I'll go with humble. There we go. We did manage to defend that. So that is nice. And then we could also probably go over here and defend the other war as well. Although, to be honest, I might just give it to them. Like, I'll probably just surrender it, let them take it, just so we can actually get our money back up and stuff. It was only a tiny bit of land down there, so I'm not too bothered about it. We're just going to ransom off all our vassals and stuff, just to try and get our money back up. We could revoke title, but as long as we can keep defeating them in wars, that's okay. I'd rather the money. Oh, and our uncle, who did hold this land as my vassal, he died from that smallpox, so we have inherited all his land over here. But I guess we'll just grant most of it away. We can't really do much with it anyway. You know what? I'm going to stand up to Georgia right now because they keep taking all our prestige. And right now, they are so weak. So I'm going to say she will get nothing from me. If she wants to go to war with me, then I guess we're going to war. But we can't just keep wasting all our prestige on it. They didn't help us, you know, when we almost lost our land then because of a vassal uprising. So what are we paying them for? As if this guy's life wasn't already hard enough, we just hosted a meet peers, and I cannot believe it. Despite my invitations and preparations, not a single person showed up to my meet peers. Well, I don't care. I will enjoy these sweets all on my own, and these toys, and why would no one show up? Why? This is just no need for it. This game just wants to put my characters down right now. This guy's actually a traitor. He's now allied with the Holy Roman Empire. So he is just allying with all the Catholics that are invading our land and doing wars with them. Or using them to help him expand. You know, we're not going to do that. We're going to stand against them. Although it does make it a lot more difficult. And the Mongols, as you can see, have expanded all the way to the east as well. Bordering Korea. They may even go and get Japan, to be honest. They've got loads of China. And they are now bordering the Ayyubids with 79,000 men. So they're showing no slowdown right now. So I'm kind of worried that they're going to take my land as well. Coming of age. There we go. So I finally concluded my studies in the art of warfare. I am disappointed in my results. Yeah, you didn't do great there. I'll be honest. We're probably going to go down a stewardship focus, though, to start, because we're kind of going to need money. You know what? I'm going to use this decision. You know, I think it's fair enough. I'm kind of understanding why it's there now. So we don't get any special soldiers or anything, I don't believe. Oh, yes, we do. So I guess with that decision, what we're basically doing is we're just gathering all the support we can. And if we can reclaim the Duchy of Thrace and get Constantinople, I will be happy. Or we could go for these guys here. That would be a tougher fight. Of course, we could also go for these here as well. There's a lot of choice. You know what? I'm going to go for these right below us. These are the Turks. So if we can take them on, you know what? We're going to raise all. We don't need them all. But you know what? Let's go have some fun. Of course, the most effective thing to do would be to, like, go ahead and attack the Latin Empire now. But I kind of want to build up myself a little bit to do that. I don't want to just use the special soldiers. And we won that in the first war. So we gain 50 legitimacy. We get the kingdom title. We get 300 fame. But we do get a lot of vassals now who they're not going to like me. So we're going to ask them all to convert. I imagine the vast majority of them are just going to say no. Which, fair enough. I mean, I can't really blame you there. But yeah, we're going to demand everybody converts. And you know what? We'll give them weak hooks if they want. Yeah, quite a lot of them are asking for hooks. But what we're going to do now is we'll go to the people who converted. Like you. You really do not like me. But I think maybe if we do grant you maybe like a vassal and stuff like that, we can kind of get him to come around a little bit. We are making him powerful, though. We'll make sure he's on the council. And he would make a pretty good steward. So we can go ahead and do that. He still hates me. We are never being friends. So we do have all these vassals to try and deal with who are kind of never going to like me. So maybe going for this land wasn't the smartest choice. But you know what? We made that decision, so we're going to deal with it now. I kind of want to leave the Latin Empire for last, so I might actually try and fight these for this land. Or I guess I could move over here maybe. Go for like this side around Athens if we get some claims. Plus, we do also try and have to get revenge for our father. Now, fighting him is not going to be easy. He is allied with the Holy Roman Empire, who has 18,000 men. Without them, we could probably win. So we could maybe try and murder the current ruler, but the chance of that seems very low. We have a 95% chance of killing his wife, though, and doing that would break the alliance. So we have some money. We'll spend 112 on bribing just one person there. Murder en route. We'll pay anybody we can to get this done. We're also going to make some horse archers as well with this extra money. Time for tribute. For now, we will give him more prestige, but I think soon I might declare war and free myself. That's probably a smart play. But you can just spam this decision out as well. We're not going to use it anymore, so I'm never going to use that again. It didn't mention special soldiers, so I didn't think we got special soldiers, but we're not going to use them on the Latin Empire. We'll just burn them, doing other things anyway. Yeah, you can just seems you can just spam that out, which is a bit broken. Fair enough. There we go. Assassin. It seems to have been difficult to get her by herself, but once the assassin finally did, she was not long for this world. Thankfully, my involvement in this crime remains unknown. So these guys just lost their biggest ally, and we're going to step in there and go for some good old-fashioned revenge. And I say, let's just go for their capital. And then we're going to station besiegers right here, and the rest of my army is going to go into fight. Or, I don't know why they all moved. So we'll have one army sieging and one army just trying to fight them and defend our own land. If we can catch them, that is. There we go. And we caught them in our own land, which is even better. And our horse archers, yeah, they're doing so well against everybody, which I guess is kind of expected. But we have almost sieged through their capital now. Oh, they just went around me. That's not good. If they destroy my sieging army, we're in trouble. So as long as we make it in time to defend them, please, 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 please. No, don't end the siege. Oh, we were sieging that for so long as well. We were a tiny bit too slow. That is such bad timing. Nice. We sieged their capital and we are up 92%. Wait, someone got my cat. I give my cat here. Is that something cooing I hear and muffled meows? Sat in an alcove, Vasilka might cradled in her arms. The feline looks up at her adoringly. Give my cat here. What are you doing? You can't just have my cat. Like... And there we go. We have 100% on that war as well. Now, a lot of those special soldiers are dead, which is fine by me anyway, because I didn't really want them. That's why I didn't use them to just go and capture the Latin Empire, which honestly we probably could have. But now, the main problem we have is we have a lot of vassals who don't like me. So that's definitely going to cause some issues for us. One thing we could do is make duchy titles, but it seems most of our vassals are actually already dukes. So granting them about more land and stuff is not really going to be that helpful for us. And we do have quite a few factions, so what we're probably going to have to do is just try and stay more powerful than them, which honestly may not even happen either. So that's going to be fun when we got to deal with all of that. But if we look at the Empire title, we need to get this half of the empire now. So the Latin Empire, Thessalonica, Athens, and all stuff like that. Once we have all of that, we can then, of course, take the decision to restore the Byzantine Empire. And after we do that, revenge. There you go. We've now maxed out those horse archers. And I might start building up now some heavy infantry as well. When I ask our head of faith for gold, he'll give us 384 gold. So, of course, we'll take that. Always. And we have this guy on our council. He used his hook to become my spy master, and he absolutely hates me. And one thing we can't afford right now is a death, because we do not have an heir, so we cannot die. We'll be in so much trouble if we do. One option is maybe, 750 prestige. I'm going to do it, because if we die, that's game over. So I'm going to look for somebody who's actually of age right now, so we can actually start having children straight away. Like, even if it has to be a lowborn, then it'll have to be a lowborn. There's this person here. She's 15 and she's part of the Habsburgs dynasty. You know what? I'm going to do it. And then it's like 1 or 2 more years or whatever. And then we can start actually having children. But to get rid of this guy from being our spy master, we can't take him off his position because he used a hook. But what we can do is, say if we go to our chancellor, we can swap him. So he no longer has that really high chance of killing me like he would have if he was still my spy master. So that should make us just a little bit safer. Oh, and look at that. This guy, who was that other empire kingdom next to us, we have proof now that it was 100% him who murdered our father. I assume somebody else found the secret and exposed it. So we have good reason to take revenge. Now, we can't revoke titles. Yeah, we can. But I guess maybe we have a truce or something. Yeah, so after our truce ends, well, one thing we could do is try and imprison him, but that's going to cause all of my other vassals to stand up against me. So instead, what we're going to do is do a little bit of scheming, because I do not think it is worth like a massive vassal uprising for that. So we have a notification about bulls terrorizing some of our land. We could go and hunt them. That would be pretty cool. But right now, we do have Catholics terrorizing Constantinople, you know? So I think we know what to focus on here. Oh, what faction is this then? I did not see this faction. So it's him standing up against me with a couple of other vassals. But this is not that big of a faction. So I think, actually, we can defeat him in this, take him prisoner, and execute him. And we can call our ally as well. We don't have children to call any more allies, which isn't fantastic. But hopefully, we can still win this. We're going to raise all right on their border. We're already in debt. So, yeah, this could actually go quite wrong for us. We just got to get in there fast and try and start defeating their armies as soon as possible, just to weaken them before they all join up into one big, massive army. But we're not really having luck catching them. They're a little bit faster than us. You know what? Let's just go siege his capital then. And we've been caught out by... Is that 30,000 men? Oh, God. Who is he called? How does he have 30,000 men? I do not think these numbers are adding up. Oh, wait, no. This guy has 23,000 special soldiers that he's sending in to win the war for them. Of course his ally has 30,000 men to bring. Like, what is this? Everybody's just spawning special soldiers. I don't think we have a chance of winning here. The only thing we can do is get a sneaky siege on his capital and hope we capture him. But I imagine he's leading his own armies. Yeah, so I don't think we can do this, even if we try. Right, they're coming in to fight. I'm just going to surrender it. Like... So we lost all of that. But you know what? It's not game over. We still hold a decent chunk of land. We are in a lot of debt now, though. There's not really much we can do to get out of debt. Hopefully our other vassals don't try and overthrow us in the meantime. We still have a lot of claims, so we can maybe push some claims later on. But for now, at least we're still alive. And we just died. We flagellated ourselves to death. Why? Like, why? So unnecessary. Well, at least we just had a daughter. I guess that's something. We're now a 0-year-old daughter. Are we done? I think we may be done for here. We're down to 4,000 men. We lost all those special soldiers. We did just downsize our army as well. So we're weak again. And we got to live through the fun of being a child. Also, our kingdom title has changed. It was this one up here, but now it's this one. I like the color of the other one, so we're going to go back to the other one. And once again, we have no heir until we're old enough to have a husband and have children. So if we die in the next, say, probably 18 odd years, 18, 19 years, it's game over again. So we got to do everything we can to survive. So make sure we always have a court physician, even though they kind of would bank. We're making 3 gold a month now. So you know what? Let's get a court physician, even if they're not great. As yeah, our army's almost rebuilt, so we're not burning through so much money. And we now have a faction, 5,000 odd men. We could probably make an alliance again, to be honest. That's not a bad idea. Could get an alliance with the Bulgarians again. We were allies with them before. So I think we'll do that. Let's just make sure we survive, get to adulthood, and go from there. We also have another faction. This is an uprising. So yeah, everybody's taking their chance now to dogpile on the new ruler. So we got to prove ourselves and actually win some of this. And we won the uprising in the first battle. We'll take that. And now we just got to defend this other one if we can. Okay, and it invalidated. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. I kind of wanted to win it so we could get, you know, some power over our vassals. But I mean, if that's how it's got to go, that's how it's got to go. We can destroy some of these artifacts we're just not using, like, just to get some extra money. It's not a bad choice, to be honest, because that should maybe get us close to being out of debt, and they're not really doing much else for us. So we're going to do that, just so we can try and rebuild our army. And we've got people we can ransom as well, so we can do that. 100 gold, let's see. Now it's literally just mission survive. Nice, there we go. So we just come of age. So we did manage to make it. We're now 16. So what happened? We just kind of chilled. We had some vassal factions, the usual. So we just kept beating them, ransoming them off, getting some money. We haven't really spent anything. Our neighbor did die, so that was nice. But I have noticed something which is not great. The AI seem to be spamming. I'm assuming they have like this sort of event as well, where they can just spawn troops. Basically, what they are doing is they are just constantly spamming it. These guys now have 50,000 men. The Latin Empire now have 50,000 men. And you see this guy be here? Yeah, 170,000 men. Like, so you know what? I'm joining them. I think that's completely fair. What else am I to do? Like, there's no way. I've tried beating them without using it, but if they're just going to spam it, then we have no choice either, because we are never gaining that power. 170,000 power is just insane. What are we to do? Nothing. So we are joining them. Like, we will remake the Byzantine Empire one way or another. We do still have all these claims and stuff, or we got more as well from that event. So you know what? We're just going to use these events to do this. We're also going to... We're no longer a tributary, I don't think. Okay. Don't know why, but we'll take it. Maybe they died and that was changed it. I think that's what it was. And they just did it again. So yeah, they are literally spamming the event every time they get it. You get a nice alliance here with this guy as well. In Poland, we may as well take that as well, because we need all the power we can if we have any chance of doing this. We can do the event again. Do we get special soldiers again? Yes. Okay, well, that's what they're doing. So we're joining them. So yeah, this video might have painful in the title, and I've used that a lot in my titles, but honestly, I think out of all of my videos, this one deserves it the most. Like, this, it just does. Sure, we'll get more special soldiers, of course. And this guy also got more, so he's up to 60,000. So we're kind of playing a game of catch-up right now. Yeah, he's just spamming it out quicker than we can. He now has 72,000 special soldiers. So, like, we're never going to catch up with him. Although, the Latin Empire, they're a bit weaker than us now. And we can do it one more time. So, we could go to the war with Duchy of Thrace. Apparently, my armies are raised. And we could go for that and take Thrace and Constantinople back. Which, you know what? At this point, we're going to do it. I did say at the start, we're going to try not to. But I think it's deserved. We are, like, so powerful than anywhere else in the world, I'd have to imagine. Yeah, like, this is insane. This decision, completely broken. And we sieged their capital. We only got 3%. Is that it? Right, this could backfire then, because now we're all starving. Great. And there's now a plague as well. They're just sieging Bulgaria's land, so that gives us a chance to actually fix our supplies. And we're just going to go for their capital again. But this time, we'll probably just station besiegers and kind of split up our army a little bit. So we'll do that. Station besiegers, move to the next land. Station besiegers, and just kind of do it like this, I think. Although it's still a very slow siege on their capital, and they are marching back, which is scary. Can we even win this? We have around the same amount of men. We can now also just keep doing this while at war as well for reinforcements, which I guess is nice. We're starving, but I think that's something we're just going to have to deal with a little bit. Once we've, like, sieged a decent chunk over here, we'll have some land where we can, you know, actually get supplies from. Well, they are coming in to fight us. We should have slightly more men, but their men just may be better, so maybe they will win. Like, what actually are these special soldiers? Let's actually take a look. Oh, it is just levies, actually, so they're actually kind of terrible. Ah, that makes a little bit more sense. So these special soldiers are just a bunch of levies. Okay, so it's not as broken as I first thought, but still kind of broken. Problem is, the fact I didn't realize they were levies kind of got them wiped out because we don't have a big army supporting them. So we may as well just spam out all the best units that we can right now, burn through some money, and actually raise a good army. That's probably what the money's for then. So yeah, we're going to burn through this quite fast, but once they're all built up, it's not going to cost as much. Yeah, those special soldiers just get melted. We have a daughter as well we could marry off. Like, if we look for an alliance, I honestly wouldn't mind an alliance with these guys right now, but I don't think there's a way to get an alliance with them. He has no children left. And there's no one really powerful that's going to make a difference, so I don't think it's going to really matter anyway. But what we're going to do now is just give all our units time to build up. All the ones we just built. Okay, so if we look now, they're all fully built up. So we're going to get them all together. And now our army is not like mostly levies anymore, so that's good. They haven't unsieged their capital, so that's kind of keeping us in this war. And what we're going to want to do, I think, is go and win a battle or two, just to try and weaken them. Well, we're sieging quite fast now, though, so I might actually siege one or two things as we go through. We've had more sons, so you know what? Children are not a worry anymore, which is nice, because that was kind of stressful, just having no children all the time. There we go, and we got them in battle as well. That should be nice for some battle score, hopefully. 77%, a couple more sieges and we can do this. We just gotta try and be quick. We're just gonna station besiegers everywhere. That's probably the best thing we can do. Don't let them unsiege. And pretty soon, just like that, we have taken the Duchy of Thrace. So, what we're gonna do, of course, we are going to move our capital over here. Fix the control, or... yeah, fix the control as well. And we do finally have Constantinople back at last. This has been the weirdest game of CK3. We're now up to 50,000 men. These guys are up to 120,000. They're still at 170,000. Yeah, they have 108,000 levies, basically. So the army still has quite a lot of other things that are not just men-at-arms, but... if we can just keep spamming this out, I mean, we might as well just keep building up a stupidly big army because they're doing it. So why don't we? We get some cataphracts as well. Now, we only need the Aegean Island and then 2 things off these guys, which we do have a claim to just go for all their land. So that's not a problem. But the Aegean Islands, I don't know how we're going to get a claim on that because we don't currently have one. Yeah, I imagine this decision as it's all just levies. You're basically waiting for 14-year-olds to finish that year of school, and you're just like, well, come on, we got stuff to do. Like, that's basically what is happening, I think. But you know what? I think we go for our claims and go for this war. I mean, it's going to be tough because there's going to be loads of trying to manage all this supplies and everything like that. It's just going to get painful because we have so many troops, but we're going to call all our allies as well. And I guess just see how this goes. I mean, we can spawn our troops right here. We're going to raise them all together, jump to his capital, then station besiegers on his capital. And we're going to be a bit risky. We're going to leave them stationed, and we're just going to send the rest of our units into fight and kind of hope for the best. I feel like our army's quite good, hopefully better than their one. And as long as they come in broken enough, hopefully we can win. Because this could be painful if we lose all of these levies. Because that's a lot of people dead. Yeah, we won that one, no problem. The rest of them are not even trying to get involved. They can just carry on sieging. And this army can just carry on trying to catch them out and winning battles. Hopefully distracting them and stopping them fighting this army. If this army gets attacked, then we're in trouble. But so far, so good with this army. I mean, they still have quite a lot of men-at-arms, though. But even so, we're winning, so I'll take it. I guess that's the benefit of, you know, bankrupting your nation every single month. And we are on 98%. Once we win this battle, it should be over. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So, we have won that war as well. And now we actually own some land in the de jure Roman Empire. About half of it, I guess. So, but all we actually need to restore the Byzantine Empire is the Aegean Islands, and I don't really see a quick way of getting it. So this guy is a vassal. He's still very powerful, and I wonder if he still does have that decision. And how about these guys? Yeah, these guys still have 170,000 men, although mostly levies, so we probably could defeat them in a war, to be completely honest with you. But I want to get the Aegean Islands, and I don't see a way of getting it quickly, which is a bit sad. We could create the Kingdom of Thessalonica, and will that now allow me to de jure war for them? Yes, it does. Okay, so there we go. That was the strategy there. Now, for this war, I'm going to be honest, even just our men-at-arms are overkill, but we're going to take them anyway. There we go. Enforce, and we now have... do we have the decision? Oh, I still don't completely control it, so some are held by this guy. So we could just conquer de jure, or we could just use our claims and get all of his land. Now, I do think we do just kind of win that, to be honest. I think our men-at-arms are enough to completely stomp on his. So, even though he has quite a lot more men, we're going to go for all our claims and take it all off of him. Now, his capital's kind of all the way over there. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise all my men. We'll raise them on this little island over here. And we're just going to send them by sea. I think we can just storm his capital without any issue. Hopefully, we'll see. If this backfires, that'll be quite embarrassing. But there's just so many of them. Even though they're terrible, it's kind of scary to look at. Yeah, we're just going to quickly siege as much around his capital as we can. I might station besiegers again and actually go for a battle, because I think our army should just wipe the floor with his, to be honest. And we're going to want to bring down his army before we start suffering attrition, right? So let's get in there. They're running away. That's always a good sign. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, they did something. What is this? So this is like a major plague. Is it? Gergen's pox. Ooh, this is like a proper scary one. So we're going to isolate capital, and we're going to go ahead and enter seclusion. I guess if we take much longer, the Black Death could spawn. But yeah, this is a really, really serious plague. It's proper major, and it gives us smallpox. Our court physician, we're just going to leave him on control plagues. We have 16 plague resistance, which isn't great. But let's just hope we can manage that to go and fight them. This is turned into a mess. We're still sieging, though. Is the army going to lose this? Because what is going on? There's just so many people here. We lost a child. Yeah, things... Ooh. Are we going to lose? 96%. Do not lose a battle now, please. Please. No, they are winning? Yeah, they still won it. Nice. So... there we go, 100%. Enforce that. And we have now taken all of that as well. That leaves us with one war left to do for, I believe it's just this part of the Aegean Islands left that we don't have. And that is the last remaining land of the Latin Empire. So, I'm sorry. You did kind of sack our lands and then think you could just take Constantinople by naming it the Latin Empire. Like, you thought you could get away with that. But, turns out... you can't. I mean, I do kind of feel bad that we did just spam out all those troops. And look at this plague. Terrifying. But they were doing the same thing. So we did kind of have to do it. And here we go. As the legitimate heir to the empire, we must restore the Byzantine Empire and regain the glory of the Romans. So we get a heroic legend seed. We reconstruct the Byzantine Empire that had collapsed. We get the nickname the Restorer. The restored Byzantine Empire. Now the imperial flag flies again in Constantinople, the capital. Basilion. But what does that mean? Should I know what that means? Maybe. But that sound there was satisfying. I will tell you that much. It's not over yet. There is one thing left for me to do. And that is to take Venice for ourselves. Yes, we're taking all our men. Yes, it is completely overkill, but you know what? I'm doing it anyway. Just like that. So we can enforce demands, and we have achieved all of our goals. It was not really the video I expected to make, to be completely honest with you. I didn't know about that mechanic, but I wasn't going to use it. But then they started spamming it out, so I had no other option to use it. But either way, we reformed the Roman Empire one way or another and took it back off those Catholic invaders. So I take that as a win. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.